By the title of this video, I'm going to assume that you've thought about studying engineering for your undergraduate experience, but maybe you're not sure, or maybe you're having some doubts. Well, I was in your shoes at one point, and so today I'm going to be talking about 3 reasons as to why I chose to go into engineering for my undergraduate experience, and perhaps these 3 reasons may apply to you, and maybe you'll find that engineering undergrad is the right fit for you. So without further ado, let's get started. Reason number 1 is you were probably good at math in high school, or you just really enjoyed math in high school and you're thinking about doing something technical for your career in these next couple of years. Now, if you're in high school right now and you love calculus, trigonometry, pre-calc, you like learning these things, then I can totally relate to you. I loved learning calculus. I actually, as a matter of fact, used to tutor while I was in the class, while I was learning the material. I would tutor other students, and I loved doing it because I just found it so natural. I liked the idea of problem solving. I liked the idea of going in, not knowing, and then trying to figure stuff out or trying new things and eventually coming to a solution. Now, I directly correlated this with engineering, and I thought that if I could problem solve a math problem, then maybe engineering could be a major to really test my skills and honestly apply the math that I was learning then and there in high school and learn even more difficult math in college. And so just to give you an overview, I went to Brooklyn Technical High School, aka Brooklyn Tech. It's a school in Brooklyn, New York, and we actually have engineering majors within the high school. And so I majored in civil engineering for 2 years, my junior and senior year. And while I was experienced to some engineering there, I didn't really like that part or that area of engineering, in this case civil, but I knew that I wanted to touch higher math, and I loved the fact that I could apply math into the civil engineering statics or trying to solve for different things, and I knew that I liked that part of it, but maybe not civil engineering. But I didn't completely discard engineering overall. I did want to learn and touch upon that extra bit of math. When it came to choosing a college, Olin was my choice because I knew that their engineering was applied. So what does that mean? Well, you get to learn a lot of complex math, a lot of complex engineering math specifically, and you apply it to a project. And that's what's so special about Olin. I could make a whole separate video about Olin, to be honest, but essentially what it was is that I knew that I wanted to take that math and apply it to something. I didn't really know what that math was going to be able to be used for, but I knew that math and engineering had something related, and I knew that I needed to figure that out, especially during my undergrad experience, because if not, then when? So that's reason number 1 as to why I thought, or why you should think about doing undergrad in the engineering space. Reason number 2 is you like creating things, especially with technology. Now, I know it's gonna sound cheesy, but I used to love playing around with Legos as a kid. I got a Lego Mindstorms kit when I was in the 5th grade, I remember, and I was on robotics, and I was doing Lego robotics, and I loved it. I just couldn't imagine myself not building anything. And you know, I didn't really realize it at the time, but I really think that that's where I started to think and creatively apply solutions or just ideas in the physical world. As a sophomore in high school, I ended up falling in love with photography and photo and editing software on Adobe, specifically Lightroom, Photoshop. All of those great programs were something that I loved to learn. These were softwares that I didn't have any experience with before, and just going into them and playing around with them was definitely something interesting because I knew that the technology that was used in these programs were high level. I just couldn't really believe my eyes, and as a photographer I was like, this is really helpful, like seriously helpful. It was at this point that I knew that I liked playing around with new software and that I wanted to get into some sort of being able to apply and use software for my work or my daily tasks. My mom always says that software is the future, and a part of me believed her then in high school, but I just didn't know how that would apply in terms of math and other stuff. I wasn't really exposed to that. And so I really wanted to figure out for myself and get that experience firsthand during my college undergraduate experience. And that is reason number 2 as to why I chose to be an engineering undergraduate major. And number 3, the real reason why I decided to study engineering for my undergrad is that I just wanted to take the hard road first. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a rising junior at my engineering college, and these past 2 years have been no easy feat. I know a bunch of my friends that can attest that engineering is really hard. It's very difficult. It's not impossible, but it's very challenging. Understanding that doing the harder things first makes the easier things a lot easier is what makes the process of college and life just way more enjoyable. There have been so many times where I've wanted to quit, like seriously just give in the towel, switch schools, and honestly just give up because it's not what I wanted to do. And I know that I won't be coding for the rest of my life, or I won't be a software engineer necessarily by title for the rest of my life. But I can't say I regret anything that I've done so far because this journey has been amazing. And to be honest, I don't see myself anywhere else. I keep finding new technologies and new areas of studies that I want to go into and that I want to explore. And knowing that I did some of the hard stuff first about learning a new programming language or learning how to code in general really reassures me that I have what it takes to pass a learning curve that is required for any type of technology or any type of challenge. Learn discipline. Learn how to push through the tough patches because there are going to be a lot of bumps in the road, no matter what major you choose, but there are going to be tough times coming your way. And if you do the hard stuff first, then the easy stuff and the sweeter part is going to be a lot more enjoyable. If you learn this, then you'll be unstoppable with whatever you want to do in the future. Whether that be engineering, whether that be business, whether that be art, it'll just make you unstoppable. At least that's what I tell myself. Friends, thank you so much for checking out this video. This is definitely something where I just want to empathize with you guys because there are a lot of statistics out there, a lot of numbers out there, but no one really talks about the emotions that people go through when deciding something like this or committing for 4 years. And trust me, it's really hard, and I know because I've been there and I've done that. And whatever it may be, just know that the decision you choose, make sure that it's one that's going to help you grow. Don't choose and don't skip over the easy stuff. Do the hard stuff. Get that internship. Go ahead and explore yourself and submit yourself to a new area of study that you find challenging or that you think it's going to be worthwhile. I know that there's a lot of things you can learn online, so just remember that choose the road that's going to help you grow the most. I hope you guys have a great day wherever you guys are in the world. Until I see you next, stay safe and always stay cool.